Hello Pisces, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and also my Facebook page if you're watching this on Facebook or you've come across this video on Facebook. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I take this opportunity to invite you to do that now. And also, if you've come across this on Facebook, you can I invite you to follow and like me on there, and or like me on there, but also subscribe on my YouTube channel as well to get all the upcoming videos and information that's coming through. There's a few changes that are coming up in the near future, and some projects that I'm going to be doing. That are in the pipeline now, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. I just want to remind everybody that these reads, the messages that come through with these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't, then it could be a forecast also for you. And if they really don't, then it's like check out one of the other videos. Then you will check out one of your other signs. So if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator, and it will work it out for you. So when I talk about the other signs, this read is for Pisces. So whether you're watching for Pisces is in your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign, okay? That's what I mean by that. Okay, so anyway, I didn't mention in the beginning that this is for the month of August 2020. So I'm videoing this recording this on the 30th of July. So it is Thursday, the 30th of July, and it'll be suitable for this, rest of this week, and obviously moving into August 2020. So today, for this month, I am using the Earth Oracle, Sacred Earth Oracle deck, my trusty tarot deck, and also the energy, the messages that come through with the cards that the Archangel Michael and Raphael and the collective of angels have given to me, over the years, and that we've been working together within them. We've brought together a couple of decks, for me to work with you beautiful energies with. So, there's a few orbs that are flying and zipping around at the moment. So let's get cracking. So now I'm using the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So first we're going to go see what comes out there for you Pisces for the month of August 2020. So I just wanted to say too, I've got a bit of a cold, as you may hear in my voice at the moment. So it's like, thankfully I'm nearing the end of that and going into the coffin phlegmy bit. So I haven't been as cough today, so which is good. So, and you may be finding that, like, I just wanted to talk about too, they're talking about just mentioning that you may be finding that you may have a cold symptoms yourself as you're processing things. So it's quite normal when you're processing. Some things, to have a bit of a cold or flu symptoms. However, on saying that, if you feel like, this is not saying don't go to a doctor. This is if you feel like you need to go to a doctor, then check it out for peace of mind as well. But generally, for me, I will write it out using a lot of different natural remedies and therapies to help me cope with it while I'm through that processing, that cold processing. And I know how I got mine. So there's a combination of things, of processing, a combination of weather elements and, seasonal changes and stuff like that. So, and I could feel it coming anyway, so as I was processing, so it's kind of like, whoa, and I'm glad that it's happened, because, and I've got it because it means that I know for me that I am working through it, okay? Patterns, and there are some patterns, there's the first card up, that are I feel like you're maybe noticing and that have come up with you from the past that have come to the fore, and they may be like already starting to come to the fore, but through August, I feel for a lot of you, they may come more to the fore and hit you like right in your face for you to work with, as in clearing and figure out what's going on, how it works for you, how it doesn't work for you, and to breaking some cycles for you. Okay, so revision. I do feel like for some of you, it may bring up some stuff that is for you to revise through, and how you move through something maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 months ago, might be last month that something's come up, to remember to revise what you did and what had come up for you then and how you worked through it. And then brilliance. Now that's a little bit, that's in reverse, which is interesting. So there may be something that you may be holding off for yourself, and not letting out this brilliance, you know, your brilliant mind, your brilliant ideas, your brilliant thoughts. And you may have been holding off and completing something, a project or doing a project in the past, and could be like for, you know, over the last 20 years, you know, you may have put something aside. Whatever it is, it's like, I feel like this month will be helping you to like bring that out and to acknowledge yourself for who you are, and the talents and the abilities and that you have inside you, that should let them come out. Okay, so this is the Page of Cups, is the first card out for the with the tarot. So, and the Page of Cups brings, you know, some talks about a new emotional beginning. So it could be, and I'm feeling like there is, you know, that could go either way. Okay, it could be like it's a not good thing or a good thing. So on saying that, but I just feel like, so depending on, this is about you making your mind up which way you want to go though. Do you want to stay in the space where, or do you want to go into a space of doom and gloom, or you're going to look at the future in a positive way, even though there are some things going on, but you're going to, you know, you can work through it. So, because the Cups is about feelings and emotions, and it's also about it's also about, you know, intuition. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. Intuition and our creative side, which is kind of like, which, you know, and we create things from, you know, like you'll notice yourself, you know, with our emotions and our feelings are put into this painting or this writing, when we're writing something. As well, so it's kind of getting us to look, or getting you to look at that, okay, but I'm feeling like there's a shift, okay, because then we have also the Magician, which comes in. So, and the Magician brings new beginnings and new opportunities and talents as well. So the Magician can also be this trickster as well. So that and I don't normally talk about both of them, you know, being the trickster as well as being a positive and a negative with these new emotional feelings, but it's true. So it's kind of like, but this is about you stepping into an energy of balance, and making sure that you're doing things for the greater good of one and all, and coming from that heart-centered space, and you're not coming from a fear-based energy, or a want of lack, with a lack-based energy behind it, rather than a want of an abundance and prosperity, and with a good energy behind it, that sort of energy of, you know, creating in a positive way. So there's those two coming up there, and I want to put them together because they came not so much out together, but one after the other. But I do feel like there's something about turning it around, because with this revision here, and turning around the brilliance, that's like, is allowing yourself to like see that brilliant you, step into it and make that happen. You know, switching, you know, flipping the switch, and switching the mind stuff and the mind games that you play with yourself, basically. So tension and anxiety with the Two of Swords. So you may come into a space where there is, you know, two minds of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. The Chariot is there. It's like, I feel like, you know, there's something that you really need to, with these, you know, major arcana cards pop up, there's a turning point, and like a major turning point in our life. So there may be a point where you have to, you know, you really have to make a decision, and, you know, or going which way you're going to go, because like these horses are, you know, they're going in a different direction. So there's some sort of struggle there, which way you want to go. But throwing it in the pot there, it's like, you know, the horses, you could lead the horses or yourself to go straight ahead as well. So there's 3 choices, not just two. Okay, peace. Okay, choose peace. It could be part of the message. So I do feel like too, there's the Nine of Wands comes through there. So there's a nice energy there with, you know, for looking in the inner strength from within of the 9, and getting things moving. So it's kind of like you've built, there's like this 9 there, inner strength, that you're working really hard with that. But I'm just feeling like there's a sense of grounding within there, because they're showing me the salamander in there for some reason. I'm really drawn to that in there. But, you know, grounding your inner, staying grounded. Because then there's the 8 of Cups. This has come out as regeneration. So there's something, you know, that you're letting go of, really. That will make, you know, worked really hard to get to allow, to keep on top of your relationship. Your relationship with yourself emotionally, but as well as with others, and some, you know, a couple in particular. You're, you know, working with this emotional connection with yourself, but also with a few others, and you've been working on that. But there's something that comes to an end with the 9 of Wands, where you're not having to, you know, you worked hard. There's a turning point where you're going to, yes, you're going to work through it. You've worked through it, but you're not going to let it hold you back. You're going to get moving, continue, and allow those emotions to flow, and for you to not stop and hold yourself up or let them hold you back. Okay, so then there's a balanced mind found through logic coming through with the Justice card. That's the theme around the Justice card. So there's something, you know, there that where you're working through it, and you figure it out. So because she's got the L there, so that some of that knowledge and that wisdom comes through. Yes, her sword is up in the air, but it's like that's, to me, that she's showing the balance, you know, that's the balance between the mind, because on the other hand, she's got the scales and they are balanced. So she's balancing the mind, you know, and the logic, you know, through there, which is really cool to see that in the middle there. So something happens when you move into that. And that one has come through, sits under the tension and anxiety with the 2 of Swords. So you figure it out, and with the 2 of Swords, about which way you're going to go, how you're going to do it. And then we have the 8 of Wands, so, which comes under the tension and struggle with the Chariot. So, and action and excitement with the 8 of Wands. So there's something, because you've taken action and you've put out your thoughts and your feelings and where you want to go. But this energy there, your passion, motivation, energy with your life purpose and your ideas. The energy is starting to lift with this one. And because of you've found, you know, this inner strength, and then you've worked on yourself, and you're moving through there. It's like the 8 of Wands is like you're putting it out there. You've put it out there what you want, that energy. So that's pretty cool, and which brings about a lot of action, because it's like you figure it out with this. So then you start putting yourself, yay, that's super bloody cool. And then now we have Archangel Michael would like to say something. So this is kind of like pretty, not straightforward, but pretty flowing for you. I feel like it's going to flow a lot better for you this month. But yeah, cool. As long as you don't get in the way. So now, clear your space. So there's something about clearing your space. And I do feel like it's you as well. But clearing, your house may be a little bit cluttered. Your office may be a little bit cluttered. With your workspace, your bedroom, or whatever. It's like decluttering your space, clear your space, basically. But I feel like with sage as well, or rosemary, or, you know, incense, or essential oils, potpourri, whatever it is that's, you know, rings your bell for you, and bless it. Okay, I'm hearing also bless it. You could do that with your karakia, you could do that with Palo Santo or any other thing that you use for, or water for blessing, that you use for blessing. It's just kind of like sets the energy, is where they're going with that. So decluttering, clean out the body, mind, spirit, and body and the mind. Spirit are helping you to detoxify. So that could be like with water, with food, with your diet. It could be whatever it is. But in your mind, meditation, just going for a walk, that sort of clearing and being mindful of it. So this is about a mindful and awareness thing of you, basically, as well, decluttering. But I also feel, excuse me, with those decluttering physically, the house, the property, whatever it is, your office, your bedroom, the bathroom, whatever it is that it's kind of like this will really help as well. And then the last card from Archangel Michael is love is the greatest power of all. Look, see, know, and be, and operate from that energy, or in that energy, because it's just amazing. Now we have Archangel Raphael, who has some messages for you as well. And what do you have to say to Pisces for the month of August? Oh, I didn't even... Okay, do not let your emotions get in your way, okay? We've pretty much already covered that in there. So he's just reiterating that. So call him in. Call them both in. You choose what you want to be, do, or have. Yes, you do, in your life, and or give in your life. We all have that ability. What that looks like, and if we allow ourselves to do that as well, it will happen sooner. Honor yourself and your true feelings, okay? So this is about, basically what it says, what he's saying there. And remember that. Use crystals to keep your energy in a place of love with whatever you are manifesting. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I think there may have been some crystals that may have come up that you may have still have or got there that will help you do that. And there may be others that will come up, Google it along manifesting, okay? Respect yourself, and others will too. And I feel that's coming back to that honoring yourself and your true feelings, basically, because when we go there and we have that space, nobody will with you, because you're more in that space of knowing who you are. Okay, people come and go during our lifetime. Let them enjoy the journey, okay? And that includes our children, our siblings, our parents, and friends, and workmates, and, people in the community. And when you're saying that our friends, our children, and that, so I'm hearing that sometimes we need to let our children go and grow and go on their journey. And it's not to say that they necessarily are not going to see you again. Well, that depends on you and your relationship that you build with them, on saying that. But, and sometimes I know for me, it's like, thankfully I have a really wonderful relationship with my children, but I've had to let them go and do what they need to do the way they need to do it, and run their household, run their home, and their life, and hope that they, I've taught them well, and to do, what is the best for them, and for the highest and greatest good for them and one and all, that sort of thing. So, but we have to do that, lead the way with that as well, okay? So, and that's talking about that. So, it's not saying pushing people away or that anything like that. It's just like sometimes we outgrow people, whether it's in all sorts of relationships within our lives, okay? And enjoy the time with them, and that in each phase, that's what they're saying there, okay? With love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure, of course. Now, the collective of angels would like to bring through something as well. I'm going to take that card. Oh, And we'll do a, oops, there's a few more. I feel we'll take all of those. So pets is the one that's come out. So some of you may have some pets. I don't know where they're going with that one. Pets. Okay, I think some of you will know what they're talking about with that. Travel. Okay, yes, that was actually in reverse, but I'm going to turn up the road. So, okay, we may not be able to travel outside of New Zealand now because we are in New Zealand. So if you're watching this overseas, you probably will not be able to travel outside of your country as well at the moment. But there is, for some of us at the moment here in New Zealand, we are able to, at the moment, travel outside, you know, around quite freely around New Zealand. So that's what I'm hearing. So if you're in New Zealand, maybe you're traveling locally to get yourself out of the house or whatever. Father, okay, some of you, there's a father that's come in, and I feel like some of you are feeling that you may need to get in touch with your father, talk to your father. Others of you, whether they're in spirit or in the physical as well. So it's like there's a father energy that's coming through there for you to make peace with yourself, for yourself. This is for yourself, okay? And there's some rest, okay? Make sure you get your rest, because things might come up where you may feel like getting, you know, really tired and run down. So just, you know, when there is an opportunity to rest, then rest. Have a nana nap if you're a nana, or even if you're not a nana. You know, if you need to have a rest, have a rest. That's what they're basically saying there. And contact. So I feel like there's making contact with your inner self, your higher self, your highest consciousness of you, okay? I feel like that's where they're more going, is making a connection with you, okay? And therefore, when you connect with others, you'll be in the highest, in the most, highest being of you, okay? That's where they're going with that. Well, there's a lot that's come up through there for this one, Pisces. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you now, and with the angels, and the energy that's come through with these cards, the beautiful energies there, and my guides and helpers. We leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. And we shall see you next week on Thursday with the weeklies, and following up with us, and see where that takes you. Okay? Anyway, bye for now. Namaste. And God bless you and God protect you. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.